Greetings and welcome back to the Old Budonians podcast. We're continuing our conversation from last time where we're talking about our beloved school, King's College Budo and Budo Junior Schools. And that is in commemoration of 120 years, which we made this year, 2026. Budo, having been founded in 1906, was initially a boys-only school. But in 1933, it became a co-ed, and so the girls started attending the school as well. And since then, we have both girls and boys attending the schools, both junior and the college. With me in studio are other Old Budonians who are eager to share some of their experiences, the memories, the good, the better, the best of what happened while they were there in the different generations, the different times, and the different headmasters, different political seasons of this country. And they're just here to share with us and have a conversation. My co-host this evening is going to be the young gentleman across from me. I'll let him introduce himself, and the rest of us will go around as well and introduce ourselves. My name is Suzan Muhoza. I'm the first female president of the Old Budonians Club. The Old Budonians Club is 112 years, and it's a historic mark for us to have the first lady president. And so we are proud of that. I'm an organizational psychologist, but I also do other things on the side, business, mentorship, and a few others. I was in Budo in 95 to 97, Sabaganzi House. And as president, I think I belong to all houses now. So yeah, I'll not take sides. You're welcome, and please feel free to join in.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. I've seen so many previous presidents. It's interesting that you're the first lady to be president of the club. Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dennis Ongu, and I was at King's College Budo from 2015 to 2020, stroke 21. I know all of you understand because of COVID. Yes, I'm so pleased to be here today. I'm an aspiring certified public accountant. I did accounting and finance, and I graduated. I currently work with SMS Construction as a project accountant. It gives me immense pleasure to share my stories of King's College Budo because most of what I am is because of the school. Interestingly, the funny bits of it, we look at it as funny, but it's what makes us vector. If you spoke vector anywhere where there's no Budonian, none of them would understand. I don't know if the 86 people understand what vector is.
Shots fired.
Yeah. Budo is a very interesting environment, and it has groomed us to who we are today. And it's such a pleasure to hear interesting stories from the young and old, and I'm sure we shall each live with a sweet memory of the school. We're going to introduce ourselves. I'll start with my immediate right, and she's Akido. Yes.
That's not necessary. Hello, everyone. My name is Nachinawe Harriet, not Akido. Yeah, I was at Budo from 2016 to 2022. Those are 7 years, not 6. Because of COVID again. Incoming president of Budonians University chapter. Yeah, and happy to be part of this. Currently a student of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in year 3. And I'm left with 1 year, so soon joining this other.
You did the OBC then.
Yeah.
My name is Arthur Ntozi. I was in Budo from 1994 to 1999. Actually crossed paths. We went the same year with Madam President. And while at Budo, I was a male boy.
The male boss.
Mail collector. I guess that's what they called it. I think in S2 or S3. And then I went on to become the vice president of the computer club, with along with David Biretega and Joseph Pegunisa, who were the executive, and a computer engineer by profession, by degree. Yeah.
House?
Oh, sorry, I was in Canada House. The true north, strong and free. Je suis Canadian.
Thank you very much. My name is Gakyali Mabaga. I'm not new to this podcast. I was there last time, so I don't think there is. Okay, let me just
Tell the audience.
Yeah. I was in Budo 1986, just when this current president was coming in as the president. The government came in. They were Kadogoons then. I left in senior 6 in 1992. I'm an engineer, almost retired, IT engineer, and I was in the magnificent old Australia House. Yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Abdil Chezira. I was in Africa House. Many call it South Africa, but we knew it as Africa then. From 1986 to 92. He talked about coming in with the Kadogos. We actually joined Budo on 23rd June. We had the longest vacation because of the war. Right now, I am a renewable energy engineer, and I also am a certified energy auditor. I work with a company called Conserve, and I am very proud to have been in that great school. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Mwanja Mompe.
Doctor.
Yes, I'm a medical doctor, and I specialize in public health. I was in Budo. I joined Budo in 1979, that is Budo Junior School, and left in 1985. While there, I was a member of the Blue Collar. I joined King's College Budo in 1986 with Michael and Abdil, and I was a resident of Australia House, the one which was adjacent to the mess, very close to the mess.
Strategically located.
So was Africa.
No.
Different
We're not
benefits.
benders.
We have a different story.
We're not
What
really
they used to
benders.
But we're first.
Yeah, I enjoyed my 6 years at Budo, and I left in 1992 after A6.
My name is Julia Chigundu. I joined Budo from Budo Junior School in 1964 to 1970, when none of you was born yet. Yes, Budo Junior was so good. We really enjoyed it. Then I joined King's College Budo in 71 to 76. At Kabinja, my color was green. I really liked it. At King's College Budo, my headmaster was Mr. Chanda Daniel, and later on Mr. Oyuru Worth. That was around end of S5, S6. But most of the time we had Mr. Chanda. I was in Grace House. At one time I was sub-lamper, and I was also a chairman for Nightingales. That time there weren't presidents. There was only one president, and that was Idi Amin. So whoever else was chairman. So I was chairman Nightingales in my S6. Yes.
My name is Bruno Ariganyira. I was in King's College Budo 2007 to 2012. South Africa House. Then it was South Africa. I was, by the time I left, I was the house prefect, and I had been part of the Patriotism Club. I think we started it. I started it, I think. The Writers Club as well, part of the senior debating, and cricket captain, most important. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Obviously, I'm the last one as well. So I'm part of the OBC Exco as well. This next tenure. So very happy to be here. I am currently graduated civil engineering, but I am drilling engineer in oil and gas industry. So happy to be part of this podcast.
I'm Eric Naigambi. I joined Budo in 1986, senior 5. We came in late because of the war. So we did 1.5 years, I think, then left. I've had quite several experiences. Trained journalist. I've been in law enforcement. I've been an expatriate. Yeah. And now I'm currently a researcher. Yeah, in security sector reform. My headmaster was Mr. Bauba. I think we're the last people he presided over. He left midway our term. I think so for some reason he didn't complete with us. We left when there was answer. I think it was Mr. Kamhanda or Miss Mirembe. I can't tell who was in charge.
Mr. Kamhanda acted.
Yeah, but there was no formal departure for Mr. Bauba as far as I can remember. We just got to know that he wasn't around.
Actually, he fell sick.
He fell sick, yeah. Then somehow they told us somehow it became Mr. Kamhanda, I think.
For this, yeah.
For some time. So we're in that transition, new government, everything was a bit, that area between Budo and the main road was mostly bush. It was a bush. There was Kabinja, of course, but the rest was not really inhabited. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Solomon Ikopit. I was in King's College Budo 82 to 85. I didn't come back after that. Majorly because, yes, I wanted to be an accountant, and the course that I wanted to do was not in Budo. So I left. So I'm currently a professional accountant, like I said. I'm serving on the PTA currently, and sitting on the board as well. My headmaster was Ike Bauba all the years through. I was in the best house at the time, England House. Only storied house.
No. There was also Grace House.
At the time.
Africa had that story.
Even Grace House.
I forgot one thing. I was in Mutesa House.
England.
So the others might have had stories, but England was the best house. Yeah. So my memories of Budo are not that great. And I actually came to escort this young man. Because like I was telling him, all my memories were eroded by water soaked. You know when you eat too much.
That is what. That's what we want here.
I don't think Harriet and I understand what that is.
You didn't find water soak?
They didn't find the back shape.
Is it?
They did find Congo.
Okay.
Was that
There was like a market, local market sale where there's
There's a place between Nigeria House and that pitch.
Where the current canteens are.
Yes.
Yeah, there was only one canteen manned by a gentleman called Petit.
Petit.
Yeah.
So that was
But
later.
in front of it, there was market stores where villagers would come in and
Oh
sell.
my God! Into the school?
That was later.
They'll just
During
boil-
my time,
Yeah.
the marketplace was around the eucalyptus trees at
That's
the
where.
field.
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah, so they stretched from the library road down to the house, to the last house.
Around the
there.
tennis courts, Miss
Yeah.
Mirembe's place, maybe.
Exactly. So people would come and
Remember
sit
the one
there.
there?
I actually remember a man called Nsigalira.
Ah.
He used to sell groundnuts, and we called them Congo. I don't know where the name came from, but groundnuts were known fried groundnuts. Were known as Congo. We really liked them.
Sigarida also used to sell in the Kabinja market.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a story behind him. I don't know whether I can tell you right now.
Leave that story, please.
We need to hear it.
Leave that story, please.
Because it's strange that because now they can't just let people get into the school and do something like that. There's a lot of precaution and security. I guess over time, people are not as neighborly or friendly as it was then. But that's quite interesting to find that.
I think during our time there was a lady who used to sell avocado. Only one person, especially on Mondays, because interestingly, Monday mess, Monday supper was the most attended. Before I came to Buganda, I used not to eat matoke, but so people really used to buy the avocado for supper after assembly. The whole place would be crowded. She would sell avocado there, and no other person would come in. Yeah.
Oh, so there was no stipulated market day?
No.
For us,
She
our
would come
market
in
days
daily.
were Wednesday afternoons and Saturdays.
No, there was no other.
Even as by the time we were at King's College, people from outside were not freely let in that way. That market. So the canteens were manned, I think by teachers.
Yes.
So they used to, cook and bake and whatnot, and then supply in the different canteens, and a few things brought in from outside suppliers, and that was it. So you either found it in the canteen or not. Well, unless you took a French leave, but yeah, you couldn't let people come and have a market kind of situation in the school while students are there. No, it wasn't allowed.
That was very
And
Boiled cassava.
what used to
What
what used to happen is that people from the neighborhood, I don't know where they used to come from.
Villagers.
Yeah, they would do boiled cassava, steam it, and then come and sell it. It was there would be like 3 ladies they will come it hot, and then they will open it in the banana leaves, and people come and buy pieces from there. And this will go on till late. There was no. Actually, what used to happen is that, especially the girls, they used to eat more from there than from the mess.
Because
You mean especially
because at the mess it was usually posho.
Yes.
And the posho sometimes is not made so well. So yes.
So the girls didn't.
So the girls used to.
I think
that it was more than just.
I think
Rather have cassava.
yeah.
What was
But I
so
think still
One thing I liked. One thing I liked.
it was more being pocketed in the mess.
Yes. Than
I think
And the fight of food.
we established the boys were pocketed more,
No.
right?
No, the girls were pocketed.
One thing I liked about that market was the quality control systems.
Oh.
So we had a person we called a market mayor, and this was a student. So this student had to ensure that these people were very hygienic, and would also come and do something about, I think, prices, and of course it also came with some incentives for them. The market mayor would just walk to the market at any time and sample.
Say it.
Yeah, as quality control. And this market would open during the time I was there. It would open every break time and every evening. Then on Saturdays and Sundays, it would, I think, start at about 10 o'clock and then throughout the day.
You didn't get the cassava on Wednesday lunch?
Usually Wednesday afternoons and Wednesday lunch and Saturday or Sunday, they used to prepare cassava or potatoes or matoke. And it used to be katogo, really. Yeah. There was also a famous.
The cassava was just cut, and
can't remember.
You have the sauce separately. Yes.
There was also a famous sauce.
And the boys sometimes would pocket that
Chanko mix.
There was also, the famous
Boys.
chanko mixture.
Guys, no. How are you pocketing cassava?
But
Did you guys ever have anything called cassava cheese?
what could that be? Maybe we had it, but
We had
maybe.
Kabinja.
Cassava cheese?
Did we?
I did. We didn't have that.
My parents' generation, or they always refer to.
No, but we had bola.
Oh, yeah.
Eh,
But bola was,
Pounded
cassava.
cassava and made into shape, a round shape, long shape. Very
Like the
Very
samosas
chewy.
would be.
so it was coated with a wheat flour, and then fried.
You talked about the chanko mix, and I remembered on assembly, Monday assemblies. I don't know why. I don't know if it's still that, but we would always go with nuts and
add it.
and hard corn just to eat during assembly. I don't know where it came from. I don't know, but in the later time, at least the early 2000s, we used to do that. So I think because we never went back to class after us. So we never went to house immediately after assembly. So it would be, and sometimes the assemblies would take long, maybe an hour and a half. So people were like, just stuff your pockets with something. so it would be so embarrassing. As embarrassing as.
So what was chanko mix?
Granuts and
Granuts
beans mixed
and
together.
beans mixed
Yes,
together.
in that time we had it.
Granite and beans.
Yes, mixed together.
As
Chanko
sauce.
That
was
is
like the
chanko.
head
As sauce.
chef.
As
Or the
sauce
cook.
in the evening. I think it was Wednesday.
On one of the days, I think Thursdays, even as I
So the
think it was
granuts were
Thursday.
pounded or mixed?
As-
You're mixing
Yes.
two sauces.
Yes,
So
as supper.
Chickens, you can't have found chanko there. No.
We found them. We ate it.
No, chanko mix was there, but you can't have
You,
found
you
the
didn't
person.
find the caterer.
The
Pass.
person, no, it was no, it can't be. No.
He was a caterer. He was
It was the
a
head
chief cook.
caterer.
Big, tall man.
Even us, we didn't find him.
No, you can't have found him.
And
Because he
actually-
left like the year we were leaving. I think he passed on or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, because our time there was a different head cook then. But I mean, I guess you can't be there that long. That's a lot. How many years ago?
I think there was some kind of laxity because the time I was there, assemblies were more like, I don't know how to call it, but there was total silence and total, I don't know,
Attentiveness.
you had to be attentive
Yeah.
and that be timed. At the time when the assembly was going to begin, everybody had to be seated in their places at a certain time
Before the headmaster.
before the
comes.
headmaster.
And he walks in, you all stand
you all
up.
stand.
And it was a whole ceremony when the headmaster is coming in. You just have to.
Whole procession.
Yeah.
I think maybe because later hours, it was the numbers were more than the chapel. So
Yes.
I think
So
what
what-
brought that is the fact
And-
that some people used to stand outside. So the people standing outside have the luxury to get something from their pocket.
Maybe during your time, but for us, all of us would fit inside the chapel.
Yeah, even us.
So-
Even us, we would fit. We would
And
fit.
so it was very difficult for you to do anything outside what was
But
permitted.
I don't even see that happen
It
because
was not-
well, once you are in that room, my God, and Mr. Bauba walks in, yeah,
Total
because for us
silence.
it was like before he comes there was that little sound, then silence. Then he walks in with his gown, yeah, his academic gown.
Academia. It
Everyone
was,
goes up. You just know the guy has walked in. Once he gets there, looks at everyone, silence, take your seats. Then it starts. It was militant. It was nothing like playing
it
games.
was total silence.
In
There
our,
was
in our
nothing.
time, you know, we had poor economic times
Yeah,
during Abin's time. So the boys got so.
creative.
Creative.
So one
economy.
time we were in with the chapel waiting for the headmaster, and they didn't stand up when Mr. Chanda walked in. They didn't. Then he also stayed there. He didn't say anything.
He didn't
At
move.
the door.
At the
No,
door.
no, 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 at the front, until they got up. They just had to get up. They just had to get up.
I'm curious to know if the seating arrangement was the same throughout the years for the classes. I don't know.
Yeah.
because S1
No,
used to sit
actually, each class had their sitting
Yeah,
place.
it was by class.
S1, S2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Then
girls in the Matters Chapel.
No.
Matters Chapel was for high school students.
A-levels.
Not
Higher
A-levels, senior 6.
Higher school.
Strictly.
Senior 6.
And they would all fit there. By then the whole A6 class could fit there.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
But I think in-
S5s did that.
Now, I think, things change because I remember my first experience. I didn't know that I was supposed to stand up. Somebody just pulled me up.
To get up.
And by then I just survived. Because I remember the headmaster asked a question, and surprisingly I had the answer. And I put up my hand, he picked me, and I answered, seated.
In the chapel.
In the chapel.
The headmaster. You
The
answered the
headmaster.
headmaster while
Yeah.
seated.
That could
Yeah.
have someone to a week of Potter.
That was, but I think because I was new, but now I'm surprised.
You were new.
What
Yeah,
has
it was
your
my
being
first.
new got to do with anything? You stand up when
So
you're the
look at
headmaster
this one.
addressing
From which
you.
school?
Was it your first assembly?
Were you from Wirio?
Yeah, I was from Wiri, but
Yeah.
I said,
No wonder.
look at this one. Talking to the headmaster when you're seated.
Abdul, that was a very targeted question.
No, it wasn't intentional. I know because I was there when he joined Budo.
Yeah.
And as S1s, we would tell, despite the fact that we were also new, we knew who had been in
At school,
Budo
always
and
new.
who was new. And I remember Eric very well. He used to make announcements a lot in the mess. And so I remember him. Then, of course, later on we met outside of school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about
Different
knowing,
reasons, I thought, okay.
talking about knowing someone who has just joined and someone who has been around. Interestingly, I think I remember someone teasing a Form 5, a Kavaka who had just joined from Ndeje.
Yeah.
And the person was surprisingly in Senior 2.
Right.
And his friends asked him, how do you accept a Senior 2? Did I know? So later it turned out to be something so serious.
And about the sitting arrangement in chapel, I remember there used to be bats in
Yes.
chapel.
Bats or birds? They were really birds.
But
But
But because it was
But
a closed
were-
up.
And they used to
Then
spoil the
the
first, like
Bats.
2-3 rows.
Birds, real birds.
Bats in the city.
there were
Yeah.
birds and bats.
You guys didn't know Potter. How can that happen when there's Potter to be given?
So S1s were made to sit in the front rows.
That was.
Oh, is that why? That's mean.
no, it
That's
was a
mean.
coincidence. But I think
But, I mean, they're the only ones who would allow, I guess. You couldn't bully another
Okay,
class to do that.
that chapel had birds and birds.
Yeah,
Including
I know there were
farmers,
little birds, yes, but
Yeah.
not bats.
there were both birds.
Because one would,
It
would
was usually-
stray in and then
was-
fail to find
yeah.
its way out.
No,
and then
no,
it's
no,
eating.
no.
Swallows,
These
yeah.
ones
Our
used
chapel was
to-
open.
The nest.
You know,
the chapel was open.
The birds
What
must have
happened?
come in later. It used to be swallows.
Exactly, small
I'm sorry.
birds that build.
It used to be
Yeah,
swallows.
Yeah.
There were also
The
birds.
swallow birds.
Yeah.
The bats must
Into
have
the
come
chapel.
in later, maybe.
Yeah, in all areas there were bats.
you see,
Right?
Yeah,
around
they were
1 to
both.
66.
the
You guys
chapel
lived
had
with some wild
there were no nets.
There was
No.
nature and
The walls,
Yeah.
there would be walls of the chapel were made of these tiles,
Yes.
but very open.
Yeah.
oh, they hadn't put mesh. In
There were
there.
no mesh,
Not yet.
so it was a free movement
Entrance.
for the birds
Entrance and exit.
and exit. And actually, there was no need, if somebody was inside speaking, those people outside could hear everything. I don't know how it is now, but there was no kind of covering
They've
for those.
covered with a mesh.
Now it's a
There
mesh.
is a mesh, and so the birds cannot
And
fly
because
in.
of
But
the-
also now
it
there's
was
a
because
public
of the
address
birds.
system. I
Okay.
think since 2000 something.
Yeah.
Because the numbers were more, and some students had to sit outside the overflow.
Yeah.
So since you're outside, you can't really hear anything. So the PA system now helps those outside to hear. But I wanted us to move to a discussion someone brought in or hinted on earlier. What was our experience with lights out, boys and girls and HSCs, O levels? Some people are hiding their faces. I don't know what's happening.
I
I'll
could.
ask Abdul to take us on that first.
Okay, I'll go fast. So certainly for me, it was a shock. I didn't know people go to bed on the sound of a drum and seriously go to bed. I had come from a day school, from a primary school where obviously
No rules.
They were very. It was the best primary school, but let's not go there. This is about Budo. And anyhow, my first day was a shocker, to be honest. A drum. It was a drum, not even a gong. It was a drum, and everyone lights out, and immediately lights went out, and everyone had to be in bed. Then in walks this mean, beardy-looking Sablampa. And he assures us, this one's
Lights out.
it is lights out. For me, it was scary, really scary.